Hello, welcome to Freedom from Pelvic Pain. My name is David McCoy, the co-creator of the DCT for Pelvic Pain course. I'm here today with James from Australia, who's going to be telling us more about his full recovery from pelvic pain with DCT. So, James, let's start by when did your pelvic pain issues start?
Thanks, David. It all started in around 2011. So still remember it. It's been a while, a long time actually. I was overseas training heavily, especially sort of in weights and boxing and whatnot. But the pain was sort of paralysing when I was in the States. I was almost going to come home from the holiday. Literally actually saw doctors over there in the States, and they prescribed, antibiotics because I had that urinary frequency pain, burning pain. And like I said, I sort of came back and, went through the usual treatments, went to the urologist, had 3 cystoscopies.
Yeah. I had one of those as well. Yeah.
Everything came up negative. And surprisingly, after a while, it sort of diminished. It went away on its own. But to be honest, I had no sort of diagnosis to what it was. After that, a couple of years from then, it came back again. Like I said, I was going through the usual treatments. I had everything from all the scans, CT scans, ultrasounds of my bladder. What else? I'm thinking. Went to acupuncturists, herbalists, naturopaths. I tried everything because I had that sort of urinary frequency. So everything for them was to treat the bladder, whereas I had no diagnosis. From there, years and years of sort of dealing with it. A friend of mine, a friend of a friend actually sort of said, "Oh, your symptoms kind of sort of sound similar. Why don't you see a pelvic floor sort of specialist?" Now, I did that. I went through, had all the treatments there, up the rectum. For about a year. I bought the TheraWand, passive stretching, external sort of muscle tech.
You'd already tried a lot of stretching before DCT.
Read all the books. I've read all the books. So, headache in the pelvis. I was actually contacted. That's how I got in contact with you, but I actually spoke to forgotten his name, but I was in desperation at the time. I actually called the guy and just saying, I need to, how do I solve this? And, he said, this is what it's going to cost, and I didn't have the money. So like I said, just searching for answers.
So it was after that you kind of reached out to DCT. You emailed myself.
It was interesting. It was November last year. I was on medication, and I'm basically weaning off medication. I saw a pain specialist who prescribed me, antidepressants, which seemed to mask the pain for 3 years. After coming off the medication, whilst I was on holiday in November, the pain all of a sudden came back again. So I was like in research mode again, searching for answers. I saw the videos on YouTube, and at first I was just so skeptical because I've tried everything, right?
Yeah, it's normal. I think most people are when they start DCT. Because most people that start DCT have tried everything before. Not many people do it as a first one. No one really does it as a first treatment. Not that I know of.
But it's just, you go through that journey, right? Like you're trying to research everything. You're in panic mode. The pains come back again. So you're trying to sort of search for answers. You're trying to search, how did this happen again? And you go through that whole process of like, is this going to work? Like, and I think for me, the real sort of turning point was around, like I said in the videos, you guys actually sort of say to everyone, it's going to take, it's a long-term treatment, and you're treating the root cause of pelvic pain, which is muscle tension, and it's not the pelvic floor itself. It's
True.
the.
Although you haven't done, I mean, your recovery is pretty good. I mean, you bought it in November last year. It's not too bad, but it's less than a year that you've managed to recover in, and it's not too bad. Yeah.
I think I went following the course. There were some periods in that first 2 to 3 months where I was reaching out to members in the group on Facebook, because the pain is still there, and you're thinking to yourself, oh, is it going to work? Is it going to work?
It's not going to work. Yeah.
But I reached a hurdle, like a turning point, probably within the 6 to 7 month mark, where I was becoming more attuned to my body. The pain's always been on the left hand side in my sort of abdomen, where that urinary frequency starts. My TFL, like my left TFL, my left hamstrings, everything on my left side of the body is just ridiculously tight. Like it's so tight, it's just ridiculous. Like my TFL, like when I push down and do the stretch, like I can hardly get my leg to the ground. Yeah. Once I've done that, the pain, seems to really subside, and now I'm basically back into.
How are you feeling now? The pain.
Great. I'd probably say, like this morning, I just had 5 cups of. Well, I drink a lot of coffee, but
yeah,
I probably had 3 shots of coffee this morning. Feel fine. Like usually in the morning, I'd probably between 6 o'clock when I wake up to 10. Before I'd probably gone to the toilet 4, 5, 6, 7 times. I haven't been once this morning.
Right.
There's no pain. So
the pain has subsided pretty much. It waxes and wanes, but it's pretty much gone.
It's pretty much gone. I'd say I'm 95%. Like I can sleep again. I'm training. I'm back into proper weight training.
Yeah, because you're always athletic. You're athletic before this issue developed. So you're back to training again. You're back in the gym.
Back in the gym. But just to note on that, what you said, I see all the questions that come up in Facebook. Can I do this? Can I do that? I stress to everyone, just once the pain's gone, don't think of it as, just don't do DCT. I do a maintenance program every night, but before I go to bed. Yeah. Every time I train, I'll for example, I'll get on the monkey bars. I'll do the monkey bar stretch. I'll do my ab workout. I'll do the ab stretch. I'll go straight onto the monkey bars, and I'll dedicate at least 10 minutes of my time to recover my body. If I do feel tension sort of creeping up again, like during the day, I'll do the mitigation stretches. But every night before I go to bed, I'll do basically like a maintenance kind of sort of session.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, so you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it as intensively as you did in the course though. Just a bit of maintenance now, which is good. Not
as intensively, but I'll note you become so attuned within your body. You'll find those areas which are tight, and every day I'm doing it. So even if I'm feeling great, I'll still do it.
Yeah. That's great. You're disciplined with it. Okay, fantastic. Well, look. So glad that you decided to choose DCT and you recovered through it. Yeah, fantastic story for DCT for pelvic pain. So that's great. First of all, thanks very much for sharing your story. It's going to help a lot of people. And if you're interested in DCT, I'll put a link to my website below this video. Okay, so thanks for watching. Thanks, James.